How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. So it is getting to the point in crypto mining where we're going beyond what a 120 volt standard outlet can handle, trying to balance power between multiple breakers, running extension cords, and it's becoming a mess and probably not the most ideal way to run your mining rigs. So here's the next step for me, and if you're kind of in this same journey with me, to get switched over to a 240 volt system. And going to be unboxing today the Tripp Lite Basic PDU. So we're going to be taking a look at this unit. It's a little bit smaller than some of the larger ones. I know some other people on YouTube that are more into this have a lot bigger units that they've done. They have a lot more outlets. This is for a 30 amp 240 breaker, and it's going to support four of the C20 to C19 plugs. So that's these guys with the flat prongs on them. Link for these as well as the PDU link is in the description if you want to see what the pricing is on this. It fluctuates, so take a look at it down there. So I've currently got my 3 mining rigs out in the garage. They all have high-end power supplies, which are using these connectors here. So note what kind of plug you need, because the power supply that you're using right now, you've got the plug that goes into the power supply, and then it's just plugging into the wall outlet. Well, if you're going to move to a 240 volt system, you're going to need to make sure you've got the plugs on the power supply unit, the PDU, to go to the proper power supply unit, and you're going to need to buy new cables because you're going to need the the male adapter and for this, because the cable that it came with was just to plug into your wall. You need something different here. All right, so let's open this up and take a look. Tripp Lite PDU. Let's see, what is the actual model here? Tripp Lite Basic PDU, 30 amps, 4 outlets with a C19 plug, and for 240 volt systems, it uses the L630P plug, which is important. I'll show you that here, because when you get your electrician to put in your 220, you're going to need to make sure they put the right plug in for it. It's not the same as what you would be using for like a washer and dryer or anything like that. Alright, so we got that unit out here, and let's see what else we got down here in the box. Some clamps, owner's manual, and that looks like it should be it in the box. Here is the PDU. Here is the Tripp Lite PDU. Give you an idea for the size of it. So it's not going to take your entire wall, but you're definitely going to need some space for it. This is a rack mount design. So it's meant to go into like a server mount. That's typically what this stuff is built for, is servers, server grade machinery, things like that. If you don't have a rack mount, you can sit this somewhere, but as you get more efficient with stuff, having multiples of these, things like that. There is the ridiculously sized cable, but rightfully so. There is your L6-30P prong for the 240 volt. So that's the outlet you're going to need your electrician to install, so that you can plug this in. You can see here on the back, it has 2 banks with on-off control for each bank, and each bank has 2 of those C19 plugs. So that is simply where you're going to be plugging this end of your cable into this, and then the other end of your plugs goes into your power supply like you currently are using. So this is going to power my 3 mining rigs and give me room for a 4th. Once I go beyond 4, well, we're gonna probably need another 240 line in the house, and we'll have to see how we're doing on capacity. So that is kind of where we're going with this. I'm going to get this mounted and show that to you, kind of what it's going to look like in the final setup. Electrician's going to be installing the 240. Highly recommend, when you're dealing with that kind of power, hire an electrician to come out and do it. It's worth to get it done right, have it up to code, make sure it's safe, because again, the size of the cord should tell you you're pushing a lot of power through this thing. I mean, what is it? What is that? 240 at 30 amps. I mean, it's 7,200 watts. So you know, you're dealing with some heavy power here. So like I said, links in the description for this and the cables. I will be doing another video. I don't think I'll be attaching it to the end of this one. I guess you're going to find out. But mainly in this video, I just wanted to show you what I got, the hardware, what to expect with that Tripp Lite Basic PDU, and the plugs, the wires I got for that. Then I'll be doing a video showing you my updated mining setup. So be sure to subscribe if you're looking at this video because you're in crypto mining. Be sure to subscribe so you see that next video and you actually see my entire setup, how the breaker was installed, the power outlet, how I'm running the cables, the PDU unit, and how all that's being set up. So that'll be super helpful. Should just be out probably a couple days, if at most probably a week after this video. So be sure to subscribe. If this video is helpful, give it a like. Helps with the YouTube algorithm, so go ahead and like it. It helps me out so more people can see my content, which is great. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.